Victor and crashies. Oh, it's only Victor. The truly unthinkable might just be happening, and it has!
If you were watching the Valorant Champions Tour in the start of 2023, the North American team to look out for was NRG. Why? The year prior, 2022, the undisputed best North American team at the time was Optic Gaming. Composed of Marv, Ye, crashies, Victor, and FNS, this roster did not finish outside of the top 3 for all 3 international events held in 2022, even winning Masters Reykjavik. Each component of the team was paramount to its success. Marv with his insane clutches and heroics, Ye with his insane aim and mechanics, the all-reliable duo of Victor and crashies, and the one leading the charge, former Olympic swimmer Finesse, also known as FNS. Despite just falling short of being crowned world champions when they lost to Loud during Champions 2022, the future was bright for them going into 2023. And the newly adapted franchising format, the one that only allows partner teams to actually participate in the official 2023 VCT circuit, announced that Optic would not be one of the teams invited, meaning that these 5 amazing players would have to play for a different org, likely having to split up in the process. And split up was what they had to do. Marv got picked up as a 6-man for Sentinels, Ye would go on to have a long and healthy career in C9, and the remaining members would head on over to NRG. Now, since NRG had 3 former Optic players, the core of Venus, Victor, and crashies, NRG were considered to be the ones carrying the legendary legacy of Optic's 2022 season, and with their new pickups, they'd seem to have no trouble continuing it. To replace Ye, their duelist, they picked up Ardiss, possibly the best EU duelist at the time during his stint on FPX, who, like Optic, won a Masters in 2022. Their new smokes player was Som, a player who had a bit of question marks surrounding him due to his relatively inexperienced career when compared to the rest of the roster, but would later prove that he was just that guy. Going into 2023, much like Optic, they were the NA team to look out for, and they showed why. During the first international event of that year, Lock-in, they finished 5th to 8th. Solely looking at this, it doesn't seem like they did that well, but if you actually watch the matches, especially with the last map against Loud, they were firing on all cylinders. They were 1 point away from eliminating the eventual run-ups of the tournament, Loud, during overtime, but I guess Kawazim was Pooh Chan's father on that fateful day. During America's League, they finished 3rd during the regular season and 2nd in the playoffs, thus qualifying for Masters Tokyo and Champions, alongside Brazilian org Loud and NA team Evil Geniuses. During the time when EG was still seen as kind of a joke, NRG was the favorite America's team going into Tokyo, especially after Loud got eliminated very early in the tournament. In Masters Tokyo, they comfortably topped their group and qualified for playoffs. They lost their opening match to Fnatic, which was understandable since Fnatic was absolutely dominating everybody during 2023. In the lower bracket, NRG went on a run, defeating DRX and Team Liquid, but would come to a traumatic end against Paper Rex as they finished 4th overall. This placement wasn't that bad, but their prestige definitely took a hit, especially when EG, the other NA team, would finish the tournament in 2nd place. But you see, in the grand scheme of things, Masters Tokyo was a Masters tournament. Sure, it is an international trophy, but the one that everybody remembers, the one that everybody watches, and the one that everybody knows matters the most was the next international event, Champions 2023. And if NRG wanted people to forget their Tokyo placing, they just needed people to remember their Champions 2023 run. And they got their wish. Nobody could forget NRG in Champions 2023. While NRG was the team everybody was looking out for in Champions, there was a team that literally nobody was even paying attention to. BiliBili Gaming. Unlike the fabled legacy spanning nearly 3 years of Optic and NRG, BLG entered the Valorant scene in February of 2023, just 5 months before Champions. Like, just look at how long NRG's match history was and how long BiliBili's one was. BiliBili experimented with a lot of players during the first few months of 2023 before eventually landing on the roster that would be the one playing in Champions. They qualified for Champions through the China qualifier alongside FPX and EDG. Now, it's worth noting that at this time, and kinda still right now, besides Edward Gaming, China was seen as a region that was just there because it was invited to be there. Virtually nobody paid attention to the scene at that time due to not having an official circuit like the Big Three, so nobody cared. If EDG didn't make the run of their lives during Tokyo, nobody, and I mean nobody, would care about this region. For 99.9% of people watching, the people on BiliBili Gaming were a bunch of bums, expected to be the ones booking their flight back home the earliest. In late July of 2023, the groups of champions were revealed and most eyes were understandably on Group D due to the team of heavy hitters. Meanwhile, the other groups had clear favourites on who was going to make the playoffs. In Group A, Paper Rex and EDG. In Group B, EG and Foot. And in Group C, Fnatic and NRG. The other two teams in C were nothing of note. Zeta Division was the definition of mid, and BiliBili Gaming was a Chinese team, okay? They weren't EDG, they were BiliBili Gaming. The match that would open up Group C would be, of course, NRG versus BiliBili Gaming. If you still didn't believe that BLG were the underdogs, I think this poll would convince you. It was all smiles and laughter for NRG before the game and in the game itself. I think this play by Som in the second round encapsulated everybody's feelings about this match. Round after round after round. Blink and you miss it, 0-5 to NRG. After a timeout by BiliBili Gaming, it still wasn't looking good after FNS got the opening pick. But then...
Very precise picture of how far back that defending side
plays
is.
ardiss in as well, look at this. Oh, hang on. Wow, I thought it played ardiss in.
Yeah, I thought he'd be cleaner with that, but Knight going to be able to pick up the frag. Now, in the meantime, though, they have got the spike down, so 4v4 timing there for Som. Just going to miss that little bit of a window. That's a little bit of a look back, but again, that smoke will be dissipating at some point. When does he take a peek? There it is. Spots out the player, the timing! Punished! This could be the first! This could be huge! Victor and crashies in a 2v3. Oh, Z just wants to get on the side, now it's all on crashies, he's fallen! BiliBili fire!
BiliBili Gaming were now on the board. After the second round went to BLG and momentum started to shift, Som shuts it down in brutal fashion. Up 7-3, NRG had the chance to end the half at a respectable 9-3, but Bianc had other plans.
Maybe an approach that's gonna work, and Som exploiting it, Finesse is there, and yeah, simple is working. And it's obviously well executed, it's well done still, but there's none of that depth. They're not trying to pull rotations, they're just trying to win the fight, but there's a problem here. Som now overwhelmed. That late round push back in works perfectly for BiliBili. Maybe getting too comfortable here. NRG getting pressured, but crashies. The position not good enough, leaving Finesse in a 1v2.
He's going to challenge the lockdown. When's going to find the headshot, Lauren? Good question, maybe the over one away. They've relinquished all of this control on B side, but...
Big play in for him, and he actually can't handle it. The white swing from Rin, so valuable. It's a 3v3. They're not out of the woods at all. Yeah. Oh, what a shot from Bianc. What a player, actually. Really picking up some key kills here in these later rounds. Som has to evacuate the site. Still going to get hit by the ult, and the timing for Victor there. Just a window away. Spots so many players, though. Som now, he's going to be screwed. Bianc is just bulldozing through the site, leaving Victor. Oh, ended up.
The first half ended 7-5. Not a bad half per se, but it was definitely unexpected.
Leaving Victor. Oh,
wait, 7-5 after that?
BiliBili on these retakes.
I thought it was going to be a 13-0. How's it 7-5?
After a clutch pistol win by crashies in the second half, NRG was up 9-5. In the bonus round, again, Bianc comes out of nowhere and serves a 3k to save BiliBili Gaming. This play would carry them all the way to 9-8, even giving Knight an ace. But NRG was still in the lead, and they were determined to keep it at any cost. NRG managed to win the next 2 rounds and were 1 point away from match point. Round 20 would determine if NRG could bring this map to 12 points.
The close flash finds no one, so they can step forward. The lockdown as well to boot, but Som connects perfectly on the form too, straight through the smoke. But he wants that lockdown gone. He's going for that. And he's done it. Now leaving Bianca and Yosemite in such a tough situation. ardiss trying to clear on through. Does he spot them out first? Yes! Great find. Now just Bianca. Drop of the pit. Bianca still going to deliver. Oh my God! What a moment! Bianca rips him apart.
Young again, man. This guy looked unstoppable. After that, BiliBili Gaming was able to tie the score at 11-11, although Victor was not letting it go that easy.
And now so low though, Yosemite's still standing, still sitting pretty. Just waiting on that classic, they're so low. He's got a 1v1 to win. Victor, desperate to try and hunt him down. He can't get there in time.
The score would eventually go to match point. 12-12. How? How did BiliBili Gaming get away with matching NRG at 12-12? But BiliBili wasn't content with just matching the score.
Connected. Boombot goes in. Paranoid not going to connect on that front line, so that's going to be easy work for Som. But look at the back line falling. Oh my word, BiliBili! Eviscerating 3, bringing it back down to a 3v2, making it a 3v1. crashies last alive, locked out from the spike. You can't really deny this
They
now.
can't swing on this.
Look at it. There's a firing squad on the other side, and crashies desperately tries and fails. 13 to BiliBili. Finally taking the lead in OT. It's going to be ridiculous. And now 25 seconds of 5v5 on the side. YZ goes down. ardiss holds the line but gets traded. Victor with a paint show comes in. Som wants it on the action. Yosemite does get the trade out. Again, this is ridiculous. Down to 2. Making it 2. Oh, Bianca! As if he's the one standing doing this. NRG stunned out of the server.
First map down, one more to go. But NRG wasn't that shaken. Fluke wins have happened before in VCT and this was just another one. Split was up next and NRG had a better chance there since it was their map pick. Little did NRG know, this map would be their breaking point.
It's on Knight to try and over-deliver. He's got a freebie on ardiss, maybe a follow-up. He does! Takes down crashies too, brings it back down to a fair 2v2. But keep in mind, YZ still has that judge.
Some will get the divide off this.
He's flying in!
He's gone in!
He's going to try and find Som. Where is he? Says hello, gets him! That's ridiculous stuff! BiliBili, no respect! Could not...
Wizzy, BLG's main duelist, would be the one that broke NRG. This was because he didn't get his kills the traditional ways. No. In this map, shotguns were the king, and Wizzy made that fact known. While Wizzy was terrorizing the map, flying everywhere with his satchels and judging everybody, the rest of BiliBili Gaming were cleaning up the rest of NRG. The inexperienced and unknown Chinese team made NRG look as if they didn't even know how to play the game.
Are you okay?
But NRG still had a bit of fire in them, and after this 3v1 clutch by crashies and FNS, finally giving BLG a taste of their own medicine, NRG was up 11-8. Could they get more?
This close.
Do they re-clear ramp? Do they re-clear ramp? Oh no. There's a trap, there's a trap, there's a trap. Som, there's a trap. Som, there's a trap. Turn, look, the flash of paranoia. Oh, it's devastating. BiliBili bait them in perfectly. And this could be the heartbreak round. ardiss and FNS.
Doesn't really amount to too much.
Here we go. This is it. Hold your breath. As now the fight begins. Knight takes down Som. Looks for follow-up. Finding anyone. YZ's there. It's down to Victor. It's down to ardiss. It's all that's left is ardiss. And the unthinkable might just happen here. The true upset of the day. The upset of the event so far. BiliBili besting NRG.
Alas, BLG, BiliBili Gaming, slayed the giant that is NRG in dominant 2-0 fashion. NRG were now in the lower bracket and were one match away from being eliminated in groups, while BiliBili Gaming were one win away from being in playoffs. If you were NRG or one of their fans, this undoubtedly would have shook you. But may I introduce you a bit of copium, fine sir? You see, a thing I forgot to bring up was that NRG was also known as the team of the revenge match. That is to say, they don't lose to a team twice. NRG would get their wish of a revenge match after they beat Zeta in the lower bracket and BiliBili lost to Fnatic in the uppers. Now, the two teams were facing each other again, but this time, the loser goes home and the winner makes playoffs. NRG's confidence in this match was further boosted after this ardiss interview.
My last question then, do you have any words to say to BiliBili as you face them for that rematch?
You guys are going home, 100%. I guarantee, I promise you that.
I'm sorry to break it to you artists, but there's a reason why this video is titled the way it's titled, so I think I'll just cut this short and let the clips do the talking.
Som,
Two
but
through the TP right now.
it looks like they were intending for this retake from the start. If it came towards the side, and what a shot! Couldn't quite claim the third, and now NRG dig in on the site. Trying to pry these players apart will be difficult, but they're doing it, leaving it all to crashies. 2 flashes now mollied off. A 1v3 ain't easy. Finds the first, but the trap from this, they get to pull that 4th player over. You can see the fight, but NRG just claimed 2 kills out of nowhere.
What just happened? Spotted the elbow. Ults as well to try to confirm, but he gets a second still.
They're on the run. They're trying to get towards B as fast as they can. Coin the hills. K9 on the punish. NRG couldn't escape.
Cage to play in. K-Knight with 3 though to deal with.
That's so many, and FNS win! YZ! Eviscerating 3 on elbow! Breaking him, and look at the flag! Yosemite! Stabs him in the back! BiliBili cleaning up here! This could be 12. FNS.
Toxins going up.
Next couple of steps critical to this. crashies trying to play through first. Gets to the site. He's got the one! FNS with another! But Yosemite has been monstrous!
There's no way!
Punish them on the way
There's
back.
another.
Through. Big trade. They get upgrades, but they didn't expect Yosemite to be here. They are running them
Crashies still
ragged.
though.
crashies, you've got to go absolute god tier mode. He's taking him down, denied the plant. 10 seconds now. Seeker's coming in. Stops falling. It's all on crashies. Or truly the unthinkable begins. The high flash, the swing. He's blind and he's dead. BiliBili upsetting on map 1. Out of this round, but they do get a sight. And they're a bit aggressive towards tree. 2 players slipping ahead, and they spring the trap and the punishment of the frenzy.
They didn't.
NRG so unaware.
Oh my goodness. They didn't know they didn't close the door.
And the flash, I don't know what it's going to do here. Victor tries to make the most of it, but there's 4 players to find. He's taking down the first. K9 was on for the ace. FNS is here early. You're going to hear Hunter's Fury in the backlines too. You know that normally Crash is good for it, but still look at the damage. It's FNS teed up by all of it. Crashies does get Biang down as well. Still in play though. They're winning out the fights on the site. A 3v3 out of nowhere. It's Rin still posted here. Gets away, doesn't get noted. YZ catching him up. How is this happening? Oh, it's not clean. K9 outdoes him. And now they're being stalled out 30 seconds and they're walking into 3 players. And K9 holds. Looks for a follow-up. YZ can't quite connect towards Som, but K9 is defending this site with his life. And Som is on 25 HP, and he knows that 11 is calling for BiliBili. It's 11 on the board. He's so close by to this. He's got support from CT, but you can see the temptation. It's calling him forward. Biang's gonna be under pressure. Does he get away from this? He does. Steps forward, finds one big trade. K9 in the back, takes down Som. It's on 3, make it 2. Victor and crashies. Oh, it's only Victor. The truly unthinkable might just be happening, and it has. It's been 614 days since NRG crashed out in a group stage. And we got to witness it here against BiliBili, 13-5.
In the post-game press conference, it felt like a funeral. The mood was so somber and the camera pan to the zoomed-in faces of the players did not help. Ardiss was doing the 1,000-yard stare, crashies looks like he just wants to go home, and Som just looks so sad. I mean, it's understandable. No team would be happy if they lost, but in this case, there's this sense of just total defeat. The sense that this should not have happened, but it did, and that's what it means to be on the receiving end of an inconceivable upset. In the aftermath of this whole situation, Som, ardiss, and FNS would get the boot from NRG. Som and FNS would move to content creation while ardiss moved back with his old teammates in Na'Vi. Victor and crashies would remain in NRG for the 2024 season, and their new teammates would be 2 out of the 5 members of the Champions 2023 winning team in Ethan and Demon 1, as well as an old face in Marved. On paper, this 2024 NRG roster seems even better than the 2023 one, but judging by their less than stellar season so far, I think both the fans and the team are still feeling the effects of that BiliBili match. Evidently, FNS is still suffering from the PTSD from the match.
FNS! Are you okay? No, you fuckface, I'm not okay.
Meanwhile, BiliBili Gaming would go on to lose literally every single map after they 4-0 NRG, meaning that the only thing they did in Champions 2023 was knock out NRG before crashing out themselves. In conclusion, we still have years worth of Valorant esports to come, but I genuinely don't think any upset can top this. Not only was the underdog an unknown Chinese team, not only was it on the largest event of the year, not only was it 4-0. It's tough, and I guess against NRG, BiliBili really was gaming.
Are you okay?